But first, Pickle, today is Thursday. I'm looking at my watch.
Almost Friday.
And on Thursday, almost Friday,
Oh.
we try to ease into the weekend by turning off our brain for Dumb Thursday.
Texas Football Today is proud to present Dumb Thursday.
Dumb Thursday. Texas Football Today, where we like to kick around some topics that really don't have another place in our weekly, show. Like basically,
It is. It's usually well-structured nonsense is a good way for me to put it.
Yeah.
Like, there is relevance behind it, but it's that extra kick of nonsense that we want.
So, everyone's college football schedule is out right now, with the exception of the Lone Star Conference is going to need to do a little bit of amending.
Yeah, they're still figuring it out.
And one thing that I've noticed in putting together the magazine, because we're working on that right now, it is, after all, April 12th, and that's when we really get going. April 13th, rather. We've done some adjustments because of conference realignment, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've moved, for example, here's a spoiler for the magazine. We moved Houston into the Big 12 section.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know, right? We're moving North Texas into the American Athletics section.
Wow.
Yeah, we're moving Sam Houston. They're going from 1 page to 5 pages
Holy
in the
cow.
magazine because we're moving up. And so there's been these shifting around in the conference realignment, and this is the time of year where we really start digging into all the things that are happening in college football and just trying to get a grasp on what college football is going to look like in 2023, right? So I was pouring through schedules this week, and I would like to issue this statement first and foremost. I think that college football needs a commissioner, and I think specifically college football in the state of Texas needs a czar. We need somebody who is the overarching authority for all things college football in the state of Texas. It's too big to be left to the masses. We need one point of contact, one point of decision making. And I would like to be that person. I think I've got some ideas.
Aren't you supposed to be the high school football guy?
Doesn't seem like it's important. I think that we've got college football in the state of Texas is too important to play around with. And we need somebody with guts, with vision, and with an internet show to be in charge of college football in Texas.
What could go wrong?
And so with that, I would like to announce the first plank in my platform. And that is, I think we should require every Texas FBS program to play at least one in-state non-conference game. I'll say that again. We should require every Texas FBS program every year to play at least one in-state non-conference game. Now, here's the good news. The good news is we don't have to work too hard on this.
No.
Okay? In fact, this upcoming season, 2023, every single FBS team, every single one will play at least one in-state non-conference game. Okay? Shout out, by the way, to the Rice Owls, who are playing, I believe, 3 non-conference games in-state, Texas, Houston, and Texas Southern. Houston is also playing. They're playing UTSA and Rice, plus Sam Houston in non-conference play. But I think all 13 are playing at least one.
That's good.
And to me, that is the way it should be. Now, part of it is that I am an unabashed member of the Conference Appreciation Society.
Correct.
And I think that all the teams in Texas should play one another. But furthermore, we are of the belief here at Dave Campbell's Texas Football that there is no finer place in the world to play football. And we should be celebrating that intrastate competition-wise as much as possible.
Right.
Okay? So there's games all throughout the schedule, you've got all throughout September, every week in September, you're going to have at least one intrastate non-conference game in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got the annual SEC, like, November body bag game where Texas A&M welcomes an Abilene Christian. And the good news is that most of these teams, they're already doing this.
Yeah, I was just going to say the cool thing about this, too, is the number of actual kind of rivalries that are on this list. Like, you look at Texas State and UTSA. That's always a big one. Now, almost UTSA and Houston is turning into a little something. SMU and TCU in the Battle of the Iron Skillet. Like, there's quite a few that are pretty noteworthy non-conference.
There are a few that are built in.
Yeah.
Rice is very good at playing either Texas or Houston every year. Mm-hmm. And this year they're playing both. Bayou Bucket and they're going to Texas. Right? There's that. The ones that I worry about, the ones that you always have to worry about a little bit, are A&M.
Mm-hmm.
Because now usually they filled it with Abilene Christian. Last year they played Sam Houston.
Mm-hmm.
They will play teams from the state of Texas, but they are harder. They are a little bit harder to schedule.
Mm-hmm.
UTEP can be a little bit tricky as well. I think part of that is geographical, but this year they're hosting Incarnate Word.
Normally, North Texas and SMU was a huge deal that was non-conference. Now, this year, it'll be conference.
But the other thing, and I think this is an interesting point. You look at the cover of last year's magazine, Jeff Traylor, Joey McGuire. We've got all of these coaches across the state of Texas. I think this is the most Texan that coaches in the state of Texas have ever been.
Yeah.
Right? Joey McGuire. Jeff Traylor, G.J. Kinney, Eric Morris, right? You've got all of these guys, Sonny Dykes, right? You have got all of these guys who have Texas bona fides. You've got guys who are from the state of Texas. And as a result, I think that the more and more they get, let's just say, some control over who they schedule in non-conference, I think you're going to see that.
Which is hard right now because most of the time those non-conference schedules are home and home series planned years in advance.
Now, there will be some people who say, well, yeah, but if you're Texas or you're A&M, right, you're one of the real power programs of the state of Texas, what upside is there for you to play a team like Houston? What upside is there for you to play a team like Rice? What upside is there for you to play a team like Abilene Christian? And my response to that would be that as a member of the Texas college football community, I think you have a duty to make Texas college football as good as it can be and to help promote it. And as a result, because to me, those are the types of things that are going to entice recruits to stay home. They're going to entice homegrown talent to stay home. And so as a result, I would make it, if I were the czar of Texas college football, which again, vote for me. Do you vote for a czar?
No.
I don't think you do.
That doesn't sound like something you vote for.
What I think that it should be mandatory for every college football team, every Texas FBS team, to play at least one in-state non-conference game.
Yeah.
I think it's for the good of the sport in the state of Texas.
Well, and honestly, I think it's really smart for the coaches that are at, say, the teams that are picked to win those games to go face off against coaches. Like G.J. Kinney is the perfect example of this. If, say, last year UTSA would have been playing Incarnate Word at some point, you kind of get an eye on that, and then next thing you know, now he's the head coach at Texas State.
Yes.
And it could be competition level. If Jeff Traylor does a really good job at UTSA, maybe he gets hired at a Big 12 program, and Joey McGuire would be seeing him a couple years out. You know, like, it's another way for these coaches to keep the good coaching trains in Texas.
Yes. So that is my statement. That is my pitch to the people. I think that the more that teams play each other within the state of Texas, the better and healthier the sport is.
Mm-hmm.
And from a fan perspective, from a rivalry perspective, and from a brand perspective for football in the Lone Star State, I think it's important. So this year, great job, everybody. We're doing
I was
great.
fixing to say, it seems like they're doing pretty
You're doing
well
good.
without you being the czar.
But what I'm saying is that we need to put it in a law. That's what I'm saying. We need to make it a law.
The thought of you having the title czar just is scary in and of itself.
Thank you. God bless you. And God bless Texas.
Thanks so much for watching that video. If you would like more and to be notified when they come out, go ahead and click that subscribe button right down there. You can also watch Texas Football Today every day live at noon on TexasFootball.com, Facebook, Twitch, and right here on YouTube. For more of the best coverage of Texas football in the Lone Star State, go to TexasFootball.com/subscribe.